Uh, I'm wondering about Skender. When you talk about sexual energy and like transmuting that or taking it back to the sexual energy, I think I experienced that as heat in like my pelvic area. And I'm not quite sure what you mean about sexual energy, actually. I'm sorry.
I talk about this a lot, Skender.
Hmm.
Also, this book that I'm writing called Tantra, it's full of this lessons on what that energy really is. Sexual energy is a very important aspect of inner work. As
Mm.
I've said many times, it's the area in a human being where the male female principle comes together, the yin and the yang, the Shiva Shakti, Uma Maheshwara. It's the female masculine energy, the lingam and the yoni, come together in the sexual area. That marriage gives birth to kundalini. And that energy is a very powerful energy, and its purpose is to give birth to ourselves. In the giving birth to kundalini, we regenerate our inner life. And the kundalini force is the energy force that really is our pathway to God. It goes up the spine to the crown chakra, opens the crown chakra, and allows the soul of a human being to connect with the soul of the universe. So, sexual energy is really key to this. It's one of the most important energies, along with the mind, learning how to use the mind properly, the emotions, the heart, being able to keep the heart open and experience love and compassion, the chakra below the navel, which is the foundation in a human being. All of those different aspects enable us to then draw energy through the sexual area, you know, and by doing that, we activate Kundalini. Now,
Mm.
sexual energy is really powerful. And it's not energy to mess around with. I mean, you can't use it promiscuously, just sleeping with somebody and making love to somebody. And, that's not the answer. It's really learning how to love somebody with your heart open. And the marriage of two people like that, the union of two people that come together like that, allows the sexual area of us, to be one of the highest forms of meditation. But if we just use people sexually, if we, all the stuff that goes
Mm.
on in the world, that doesn't do it. But simply unconditional giving, unconditional receiving, activating this energy that is so powerful in a human being that that marriage of the yin and the yang will give birth to the kundalini force. This takes a lot of training. It takes years of development. And it's not something I can just write on a blackboard and say, do this. You have to build a system inside that organically allows you to use sexual energy that way. And that takes time. It takes training, to be able to, just allow ourselves to evolve into this. And then it's used consciously. It's not used as a weapon. It's not used as a tool, as something to take advantage of other people. It's conscious giving and receiving, sharing. And the heart's open, mind is quiet, and the power of sexual energy really gives birth to us inside. It's like a resurrection of oneself, the power
Exactly.
of that kind of energy.
Yeah. It's not like being horny, sort of. It's not that type of sexual energy. It's a deeper, stronger, Shakti-like type of sexual energy. You know,
I don't
that's
understand what you're asking, Sam.
it's a stupid question, sort of, because what I'm thinking while I've been thinking about it, it's like, is it when you talk about sexual energy, is that energy that I feel when I'm, excuse me, but when I'm horny, like when I feel aroused and I feel like this heat in my pelvic area.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that an
powerful energy, and most people use it just to seduce other people.
okay? Yeah.
I'm
Mm,
talking about using it to give yourself a spiritual life.
right. Okay. Cool.
Big
Yeah.
difference. If
Yeah.
having that powerful energy just as a way of seducing somebody else, or
Mm,
consciously allowing that energy to allow you to undergo rebirth inside yourself.
mhm,
Now, that to me is a very high level of evolution in this.
mhm,
It doesn't mean we don't enjoy sex. I mean, sex is a very enjoyable thing and a wonderful thing. But it means we can also use it to get closer to God instead of using it to take advantage of other people.
mhm, mhm. Cool. Thanks.
And it's the same thing, the same experience can happen in a meditation class. And you draw energy from the chakra below the navel through the sexual area. It's the exact same thing that can happen. You bring together the male female energies, it gives birth to kundalini. That's what the whole process is about. First we fix the human level, get a mind that stops yakking away, emotions that stop getting us in all kinds of trouble. We're set, we're balanced, we're in this foundation. The human thing has come together. Then we draw, the energy will go through the sex during meditation, or if two people are really evolved in their meditation during sexual intercourse.
Mhm,
And that will give birth to the kundalini. In this way, they talk about sexual energy being some kind of pariah, it's all bullshit. It's how we evolve and grow and develop ourselves inside that enables us to use that sexual energy to get closer to God instead of using it to do damage in the world. Getting people pregnant when they don't want to be pregnant. I mean, raping people. I mean, all the crap that goes on in the world. Great questions. I mean, I have a whole book on this. I mean, there must be 20 of these little essays that evolve that talk about this subject.
mhm, mhm. Wow, thank you so much. That was really clear. And
Well, I think as
yes.
soon as I can
Yeah.
get it published, it's finished. As soon as I can get
Mm,
it published,
mhm.
available. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? The whole point of this meditation is to take the esoteric, that which we cannot logically even understand, and make it practical in our lives. That's really one of the keys to mastering this meditation, getting open enough to where the esoteric, tantra, whatever, astral travel, it all becomes practical that we use to build ourselves, to get closer to God, to get closer and closer to a state of spiritual enlightenment. And then one has to have patience because this is not something that happens. It took me years, I'm talking years, and not even understand it. I don't know if I even understand it today, but to allow it to be living experience.
I have another question.
Yes.
It's regarding this actually, like finding a spouse or a girlfriend. I find it difficult to open my heart when I meet someone because I'm like,
Well,
can I trust you? You know, I'm like,
I don't think
is this
anybody on this planet has an easy time with that one. Okay, it's not
exactly?
easy to have a relationship with somebody, but then that person is telling you that you need to grow inside, because once you get that chakra system really functioning, there's never a problem having a relationship with another human being on every level, whether it's a personal relationship, a business relationship, friendships. I mean,
Mm,
my God, I went to a surgeon and the two of us were sitting there and laughing and having a good time. You know, I mean, once you get your system open like that, it makes all these things possible. And if a woman or a man comes into your life and you're angry, you're this, you're that, you're figuring her out, him out, whatever, it means you haven't grown enough to be able to keep your heart chakra open,
mm.
still protecting yourself.
Yeah, yeah. But what if it is a person
What
you
does it
maybe
do? It's a very good teacher, Skender.
yeah, anyways,
But you have a
how
lot
it
of work to
goes.
do on yourself.
I know.
That's what it's telling you. You know, respect people and what they bring to you. And everybody brings something that we need. Everybody.
Mm,
And we have to say, okay, what am I learning here? What is it teaching me? Not that I know better. What is it teaching me about me? I can see them. What is it teaching me about me? And why are these people in my life? They have something to teach me. Whether it's a relationship, it's every day making money, business, whatever it is, family, friendships. Every human being that comes into our life has something to teach us. And it's easy to reject, and it's very difficult to say, what can I learn in this situation to grow inside myself? And then you grow, and that person will stop doing it or they just fall away. They've taught you what you have to learn, and they'll go away.
mm,
Or they'll become a great friend or whatever, or a lover, or something will happen in the situation on a different level.
mm. Amazing. Mm.
I mean, even though who's going to throw the first stone? Oh, nobody. We're all. Who's going to be the first to judge who hasn't made a serious mistake in their life? There's not a person on this planet that can step forward and say me, unless they're just a complete madman. Does anyone else? I don't know what happened last week, but man, it has gone on to a different level, this teaching. And I'm hoping that you're all getting it, because I'm just in a state of shock almost about what's coming through. The classes, the talks, everything has gone on to a different level. And I'm very grateful to share this with you and that you're here to drag this out of me. Thank you. God bless you. I just had one, thing that I had an operation last week, and it wasn't a serious operation. Surgeons can do it with their blindfolded, but it takes a little time to recuperate. And I'm thinking that on Thursday, where I usually have two classes, I'm just going to have one class, and that's the evening class, because I just had the afternoon class on Sunday. And then starting next Sunday, I'll get back into a regular schedule of doing this, because my body is healing up pretty quickly. But I just want to take it a step at a time. So I won't have this afternoon class on Thursday. I will have one in the evening. And, you know, these classes were set up so that people in Europe and people in, the Middle East and can attend them. And it seems like people from all over I mean, if anybody wants to attend the evening or the afternoon class, they're welcome. It's not for anyone in particular, it's for anyone who wants to attend them. So you don't have to live in Belgium in order to attend. You can live in, I don't know, Phoenix, Arizona, if you want. You can live anywhere, and just notify me you want to come to those classes, and I'll put your name on the list. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? All right, well, God bless you all, and thank you. And I'm looking forward, the next class we'll have will be Sunday, this 1 o'clock class. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. So thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You're welcome.